It seems that state regime media, which calls itself Fox, did not like our reporting on Donald Trump's deteriorating health. So the state regime propagandists had to go on TV yesterday and say, it looks like Donald Trump was in pretty good health in Palm Beach. Did you see the way he looked with Zelensky and Netanyahu? There was nothing weird about both of his hands rotting away and deteriorating. There wasn't anything weird about his slurred speech and demented illusions of grandiosity and the bizarre things he was saying. You literally had some of these propagandists saying, he seems zen, he seems at ease. This is what they're talking about on state regime media. They did not like that our reporting on Donald Trump's declining health, and the speculation, especially as it seems that there are some IV marks in the other hand now. We're just putting it out there. Could be, could not be. You tell me what you think. Here's what they said on state regime media yesterday. Here, play this clip.
But I'm going to say, I think the weather in Palm Beach has really calmed the president down. Did you notice how deliberate his tone was? Nobody could rail him up. He was not taking any bait from the press, offered them lunch, was not accepting bribes from anybody, any great stories. And even when talked about, how Zelensky was going to handle this when he got back to Ukraine, he said he had the possibility open that he would go down and talk to the parliament there to help move along talks there. I thought that he was very deliberate, very calm, and I'm going to blame it on the balmy Palm Beach weather.
Now, this follows state regime media making millions of excuses for Donald Trump's deteriorating health, like just recently when they attacked my younger brother Jordy and said, it's normal that Donald Trump's hands have all of these bandages on them, and totally normal that they look discolored, because state regime media wants its audience to know that when you're famous, like when you're an A-lister, having hands that look discolored and bandages, that's just what A-listers do, okay? Lifestyles of the rich and famous, you gotta be part of that Mar-a-Lago Billionaires Boys Club to know about the discolored bandages. Is okay. Here, play this clip right here.
Caroline Levitt says the president had bandages on his hand because he shakes too many hands. Well, the guys on the MeidasTouch leftist podcast had an issue with that. Watch.
Donald Trump has all of those bruises and bandages because he's out there literally shaking so many hands. I mean, you simple-minded people, you guys can't even fathom the amount of hands he's out there shaking. And look, this is why I say, at a certain point, I don't even believe what we're doing here is political. Plain and simple, I just don't want to be lied to, and I don't want to be gaslit.
The funniest part, he went on to say that the bandages on the hands were some kind of weird, wacky disease, theory? He had something and it was some zombie-ish thing. Yeah, of course.
In the words of my 12-year-old, bruh, you don't want to be lied to? Where were you when we were being lied to about Joe Biden's actual mental state and all of the people puppeteering him like he was a Muppet? Seriously, maybe... That doesn't look suspicious to me at all. Having worked with a lot of A-list talent that are actually out there shaking a lot of hands, this isn't surprising. I mean, the guy's an elderly man. Your skin gets thinner as you get older. At least he has the mental capacity to run the United States and run it better than Joe Biden did.
And it's been nonstop on Fox trying to make excuses for Donald Trump's absolutely deteriorating health. Like you have Jesse Waters saying, you can't be a dictator with dementia. How could you be a dictator with dementia? Here, play this clip.
You can't be a dictator with dementia. You can't suspend an election and then forget you suspended an election. Trump didn't need note cards to know who Hillary Clinton was. And the guy has the longest memory of anybody. He remembers every slight, every name, every statistic. The man is a lot of things. He does not have dementia.
Or you have a guy by the name of Dr. Siegel, who's been going on state regime media, and he goes, he's fine, a little bruises on the hand. They're obsessing over bruises on the hand. Here, play this clip right here.
Shuffling with the Easter Bunny guiding him around, and that was just perfectly fine.
And and the other thing is, Laura, here are the doctors when they saw some bruising on his leg. They come out, heart test normal, Kidney test normal.
very transparent.
Liver test normal. All tests normal. I read through them. I go, he's fine. A little bruise on his hand. They're obsessing on that. He's on aspirin. All of this. He's got low blood pressure. His cholesterol is under control. He's sharp as a tack. There is no issue. Oh, he decided to stay in D.C. this weekend. Oh my God. He went and played on a Virginia golf course. I wonder what's wrong.
And Laura Ingraham and Dr. Siegel go, we know he doesn't sleep. Thomas Edison never slept. Would we have electricity if we were mocking Thomas Edison for his behavior? Here, play this clip right here.
Well, we all know that he doesn't sleep. I'm not a big sleeper either. So, I, on occasion, I close my eyes if someone's talking for too long, I admit it. But big deal. I mean, the results speak for themselves. What President Trump does on a daily basis. If you sleep 3 hours or 4 hours a night, you're probably going to close your eyes, whether you're 79 or 49. I don't think that matters.
Yeah, President Trump, Thomas Edison believed in the 10-minute nap, by the way. What would they say? We wouldn't have electricity, right?
Oh, my goodness. Well, Dr. Siegel, we will continue to see them fixate on this after everything they did to cover for Joe.
I kid you not, this is what they're doing on state regime media. Then Dr. Siegel goes, it's ageism. You can't talk about Donald Trump's deteriorating health. He's just an old guy. That's rude. Do not call him sleepy. Do not call him old. We would never do that on state regime media, as this one account says, as Wajid Ali says. So are these the same people who diagnosed Biden with dementia and Alzheimer's and said that he was dying during his presidency? Here's what Dr. Siegel said right here. Let's play this clip.
Yeah, well, and also apparently they have no elderly relatives or people who are getting up there, and they bruise easily. It's just it's like a fact of life. Do you not know that fact? Especially if you take aspirin for any condition, you're going to have be more prone to bruising.
Really great point. I want to make one other point. 25% of people at 80 are demented. Guess who was in that group? 25%. The former president. This guy, he's in the 75% group. This is pure ageism. It wasn't.
Oh, no, that's great. Oh, yeah, that is ageism.
This is ageism, to be looking for something wrong with this guy who's in great health just because he's 79.
Hey everybody, Ben Meiselas here from the MeidasTouch Network. I wanted to let you know about my podcast partner, Michael Popak's new law firm. It's called the Popak Firm. Michael Popak's pursuing his dream of starting his own law firm, really based on the popular demand by all the Meidas Mighty and legal AFers who were approaching Michael Popak with their cases and saying, can you help us? And at that time, Popak was not able to. So he went out on his own. He started the Popak Firm, where he is now handling catastrophic injury cases like car accident cases, trucking cases, malpractice cases, big negligence cases, wrongful death cases. So if you or someone you know have a case like this, the consultation with Popak's firm is free. Give him a call. See if you have a case. It's thepopakfirm.com, thepopakfirm.com, or you can call 877-POPOK-AF, P-O-P-O-K-A-F. So 1-877-POPOK-AF. Give Michael Popak a call. And I'm really proud of you, Popak. Thanks for all the hard work you're putting in. Now, folks, one of the things that we've been pointing out is that, look, if you zoomed in on Donald Trump's discolored hands yesterday, it was both hands. The left hand and the right hand both looked discolored yesterday. And then when you zoom in on the hand, you can actually see what appears to be where the IV injection site is. Now, why is he getting all of these IVs? What it looks like. I'm exercising right now in this video, right on this platform, my First Amendment right to give you my opinion. So let me just put that out there. But you zoom in, you see these looks like IV injection sites. And look, if you looked at a Alzheimer's drug called Leqembi, there's another drug on the market out there called Kisunla. And these are what patients with early stages of Alzheimer's take. And what these treatments do is they remove the amyloid plaques in the brain and they slow down dementia. They slow down Alzheimer's. And so I've been showing clips of patients who are on Leqembi and who are on Canusla. And you tell me what you think right here. Let's just take a look at the Leqembi video. Let's play this clip.
Carolyn Davis's story of how she ended up in this Emory video, one of the first patients at Emory University Hospital in Atlanta to receive an infusion of the recently FDA-approved Alzheimer's drug Leqembi, begins last summer back home in Pensacola, Florida, with a pretty brutal diagnosis from a local neurologist Davis went to see after experiencing some memory problems.
The brain scan or whatever they did at West Florida Hospital, they gave that to the doctor and he told me to get your affairs in order.
And here's what people on the Kasunla video, this is what it looks like here. Play this clip.
Living with Alzheimer's disease.
I start going open my refrigerator, and when I open the door, I said, what am I here for?
Forgetting things every few minutes.
It's hard, very hard.
That's day-to-day life, but it all may change now with Kasunla. This drug getting FDA approval. Dr. W. Jamie Plant is a neurologist here.
It's a medication that is delivered once a month, targets the amyloid plaque in patients that have Alzheimer's disease, and breaks it down and eliminates it.
Now, sometimes you need to go to just independent media. Not all the time you should, because we just break it down so clearly here. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I mean, look at Jim Acosta in his interview with Rosie O'Donnell. Here's what she has to say. I mean, Rosie's just saying what I think we're all thinking. Here, play this clip.
If you can't tell that this man is in the throes of a serious cognitive health crisis,
Yeah.
then you're not awake or alive. Did you see him try to walk to the helicopter with
I saw that.
Melania or someone looking like Melania? I mean, I don't know that she would have the strength to do what that person did and carry, like he was leaning on her because the left foot doesn't function in the same way that it used to. I mean, he's in trouble and he's very ill. And no one is talking about that.
And then you've got Donald Trump continuing to talk over and over again, this cognitive exam, that cognitive exam. No, Donald, it's not normal to keep bragging about taking the Montreal cognitive exam, the MOCA. Okay, that's given as a test of deteriorating cognitive function. This isn't a boast to brag about it, yet corporate news and everybody just wants to normalize this over and over again. Play this clip.
The next day they'll say, he's crazy. The next day they'll say, oh, he's incompetent. The next day they'll say, this is one of the dumbest human beings ever. And that wasn't working, but I didn't like that one as much. I mean, that was bad. So I asked Doc Ronnie. I love Doc Ronnie. But I said, what do you think about a cognitive test, Ronnie? And he said, sir, there is a test. It's called the X test. They're really aptitude tests, I guess, in a certain way, but they're cognitive tests. The first couple of questions are easy. A tiger, an elephant, a giraffe, a tiger, or this, or that, a whale. Which one is the whale? A chair, a hat, a badge, a necklace. And then you get to the end questions, and very few people could answer those questions. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. They say, that's amazing. How did you do that? I aced it twice. I aced it. I aced it. I aced it. I aced both of them, I'm very proud to say, meaning I got it all right. Aced it. Aced it means I got every single question right. I aced it, every question right. And I aced it. I got a perfect mark, which you would be incapable of doing. I've taken the cognitive test, I think, 4 times, and I've got nothing wrong. That's what the American people want.
So let me just share with you a clip now from Donald Trump's meeting today. So you can see when Fox and state regime media was saying, oh, Donald Trump looked great and this was perfectly normal. Here's what Donald Trump looked like. And you could even tell me if you even know what the hell he's even talking about right here. This was Donald Trump's speech pattern during his meeting yesterday. You could judge for yourself. Here, play this clip right here.
And we'll see you in a couple of hours if you'd like. And if you'd like, you can come up and have lunch like you did yesterday. Would you like that or not? Do you want that? Because some of them think it's terrible. It's a bribe. But, a bribe for $25, I don't know. If you'd like, you can go. And if you don't, you can stand in a driveway and melt. All right? But if you want, will you work on that, Margot? Is Margot doing a good job? She's a star. She's too nice. Her only problem, she's too nice to you. And you're not nice to us, but that's okay. Margot, take them up and have a beautiful lunch, and we'll see you later.
And then I'll just share with you, this is the video that MeidasTouch was making during the election, during 2024. Let me just show you the video we made and judge for yourself. Here, play this clip.
And my stupid people, when I wanted to refute it, they said, sir, don't dignify it with a rebuttal.
Have you been noticing peculiar behavior recently in someone you know?
Carried out by
someone who mixes fiction and reality?
the late, great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful man.
Perhaps someone of advanced age you have known for years.
Did you just see Maduro, Venezuela? Although it's unbelievable, Venezuela.
Of course, we all have our goofs. But consistently odd behavior can be a sign of frontotemporal dementia, a degenerative disease of the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain that dramatically impairs cognitive function. And there are some key signs to look out for, like slurring words.
The failing New York Times by anonymous, really anonymous.
Struggling to find the correct words is another sign.
The Mueller report, I wish, covered the oranges of the investigation.
You may also notice someone veering into incoherent ideas, detached from reality.
You know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time. I'm not getting near the shark.
Or an inability to complete simple sentences.
Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat.
Other notable symptoms include impaired motor function, such as a wavering limb, and decreased balance, often accompanied by a signature lean or arched stance. If someone you know is demonstrating several or all of these symptoms, they are seriously unwell. As a matter of safety, they must be relieved of critical responsibilities and disqualified from any position of authority. Remember, frontotemporal dementia is a degenerative disease. Cognitive function will never return and will only deteriorate further. Don't ignore the signs.
There you have it. Let me know what you think, folks. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. And thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.